Welcome to the next tutorial. In this tutorial I'll show you how to make a health value for the troll, or whatever character you would like, and also how to make a attack value for your player. So, first thing I've done, I've made a couple of new variables at the top here. I've made troll health, and I've made that equal to 4. So you need the equal sign and a value. And I've made a player attack value in exactly the same way. And again, I've made that equal to 2. That means every time the player attacks the troll will lose 2 points. Okay, so next thing, in my attack function here, I've just again added a few more lines of code. So now I've put global player attack, which we're going to need, global troll health, and global troll attack. Okay, I've actually just noticed I've put that twice, so I'm just going to remove that just so I don't confuse you. Okay, so here we go. I've done a similar line of code here to what we did earlier with the health value for the player. So now we've got a health value for the troll. We can go troll health equals troll health minus the player attack. So if we look at this line here, what's happening is whenever the attack function is called, the troll health is reduced by the amount of the player attack, which we can see is 2 here. And then the new value will be stored in the troll health value. Okay? Then we can do another little if statement. Now, this was working very similar to the value for the player. So what we're saying now is, if the troll health is less than or equal to 0, we put the colon in, indent the line saying, print, you have defeated the troll. And then we call the game over function. And that takes us to the end screen and lets us, play again if we'd like to. This is the line we had previously, which is for our player health. So again, the player health gets reduced by the value of the troll attack each time, which is 2. And if the player's health is less than or equal to 0, we go to the game over screen. Okay, now there's a couple more lines we need to add, but we're pretty much there. So if we go down here to the play again function, all I've added in here is a global value for the troll health. Because when we play this game, if we start the game again, the reduced troll health value is going to be stored. So we need to reset it whenever we play the game again. So I've just added global troll health and then that the troll health is equal to 4. And that will basically mean that every time you replay the game, the value for the troll's health gets reset to the original value. Without those lines of code, basically what would happen is the troll health would be 0 if you'd attacked it twice, and then the code wouldn't work properly. So don't forget to add this in to your play again function. Okay, let's run it and see if it works. Here we go, run module, or just F5. Okay, so we're in a dark cave, we've been attacked by a troll, and we've got 8 points left of our health. Would we like to fight or run? Well, let's be brave and fight. So, the troll attacks us again. Aha, but look, it's working. You have defeated the troll. So, that's working just as we expected. The game finishes, and it asks us if we'd like to play again. So, sorry, just hit enter by accident. If I type in yes, we can play again. So if we fight again, there we go. So we've attacked it again, we've defeated the troll again, and the game's over. So it's working just like we want. So if I'd like to say, I don't want to play again, thanks for playing, the game ends. So that's working absolutely perfectly. Okay, now one other thing we can do is we can make a point system for this. Let's have a look at how we can do that. So first at the top, it's always good practice to define your variables initially at the top of your file. It just makes it nice and neat. So we're going to make a score variable. So we're going to set it to 0 to start with. It's logical because you haven't done anything when you start, so you don't have a score. So now, in the attack method, what we're going to do is every time we attack the troll, we're going to get a point. So we need to first make it global and use the word score. There we go. So now we can use the score variable inside of this. And what we're going to do next is just underneath this line, we're going to put score equals score plus 1. Okay? So what this is doing, it's saying take whatever value is inside score and add 1 to it. And then save that value by using the equal sign here within the original variable score. So every time the attack function is called, it will add 1 point to your score. Okay? So if we now go to the game over function, what we'd like to do after the game over function is print your score. So if I go print like this, open the bracket and open the speech marks, you have scored. Now we close the speech marks. Now we put a comma because we want to print whatever's inside the variable score. I put the score variable, and this would be fine if I just closed the brackets now, but I'm just going to make it a bit neater. So I'm going to put another comma there, another speech mark, and the word points. Now I close the speech mark, close the bracket. Now one thing to remember, with the way I've written this game, you get attacked once anyway. So you're always going to score a minimum of 1 point the way I've set this game up. You can set it up differently, so the troll only attacks if you do something, but to keep the code as simple as possible, I've set it up so the troll always attacks you once. So you'll always score 1 point. However, if we run, we'll just get the 1 point. But if we choose to attack again, what should happen is that we'll score 2 points. Okay? Let's run the code and see if this works. So run the module. Okay. F5 again is fine. Right, so would we like to fight or run? Let's run, and what should happen is we get 1 point printed. There we go. You run away and live to fight another day. Game over. You have scored 1 point. I think I'm going to change that to just 1 point. Take the S off. Would you like to play again? Let's press yes. Would you like to fight or run? So what I'm going to do this time is I'm going to fight. And interestingly, if you look, I've scored 3 points. Now I should have only scored 2. Now the reason for that is we've missed one tiny bit of code. Now have a think for a second, see if you can think where it might be. Okay, I'm going to show you. So I'm going to stop the program. There we go. Now, the reason for this is because once we store the value in score, we haven't reset it when we've come to the play again function. Do you remember? We reset the health value, we reset the troll health value here. We also need to do the same for the points value, for the score value. So if I put in here score equals 0. Now one other line we'll have to add here is global score, just so we can access this anywhere in our game. So I put in score here. Now if we run this again, the code will work perfectly. So if we run it, right, so would we like to fight or run? So if we run, we've only got 1 point at the moment, so that's correct. Let's play again. So this time if we fight the troll, we should end up with 2 points. And there you have it. You have scored 2 points. Works perfectly now, the code. So I'm just going to say, actually I'm going to say yes one more time, just to double check the code works perfectly. It's always worth checking it a few times. So if I fight, I should end up with 2 points, not 3 like we did the last time. And yes, it works perfectly. Have a go at this, see if you can get a score system working within your game using the ideas from this tutorial. And again, that'll just take your your text-based adventure game to the next level and make it a little bit more fun to play. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye for now.